Right then, I think we're live. Mute your laptop, George, otherwise that'll all go badly. I think we're live. Buzzing for this stream this week. Quick apology about last week's stream. I think I was either just been extra dumb that week or extra special. I just, I wasn't feeling myself last week. Don't really know what was wrong with it. For instance, I didn't even bother to masking tape up my platforms and pretty much douse them in water and glue and stuff like that. They're all okay. But I were a bit, don't know what were up with me last week. So sorry for last week, but back to normal this week. No ballasting. I'll speak a little bit about some ballasting I've been doing today and yesterday. That's why there's nothing on the fourth radius, apart from them coaches, because that line is out of use. I've just recently glued up that ballast and I have no desire to get glue and water all over my loco wheels, which is why I've wiped the area just where the coach wheels are going to be and put them there, just so you've got something to look at. Anyway, it is indeed that time of the week again, isn't it, everyone? A Sunday afternoon. So it is time for another stream. Do remember to like the stream and subscribe if you are enjoying it and if you think you will enjoy it. And if you could share a video or two of mine and if you could share my channel to your friends and family who might appreciate it, then please do. We're going to see if we can get to 250 subscribers this year. This year, but also today. Yesterday, we were at... Well, let me find the data. On the 17th of November, we were at 239 subscribers. And then on the 19th of November, we've increased by... Come on, George, you can do maths. We've increased by 8 subscribers over 2 days, which is pretty massive. In fact, we were at 240, and then we've gone up to 247. So we've gone past mains voltage. Been the nerd that I am. We've gone past 240, so that's good. We're on to 250,000 volts next instead of 240. But anyway, so I want to see if we can get to 250 subscribers today. We only need 3. Now, originally, I didn't actually mention this to anyone, but I said I wanted to try and get to 150, or it might have been 200 this year. Well, we've blasted past that. I want to see if we can get to 250 this year. We've got about a month and a third left, so we're going to see if we can get to 250 this year. So today we are doing a Unprototypical stream. Is that this week or is it next week? No, it's this week. So this week we're doing Unprototypical stream again because I really do like those. Third radius is out of use. I'll talk about that after the intro. But so far you can only see one prototypical train because I just put the engine there so you can see it. So we've got 2 lines running today. I've got 2 unprototypical trains that I have set up to start off with, and of course I'll let you do all your usual requests after my trains have run for a bit. Do let me know in the chat if audio and video is all okay. Can you see the trains and the station there? And can you hear me? I presume you can. Do bear in mind that comments from the live chat take a while to come through to StreamYard, so it may be a minute or so before I see your comments. Similarly, from me talking live, it takes a little bit of time for it to get processed and sent over to YouTube. So just give it a minute if I don't see your comments. And if I don't see it after that, then feel free to post it again. Today's stream should be, as always, about an hour to an hour and 20. Might push it to an hour and 30 today. My tea is ready at 6, so I could go for an hour and 45 if I really wanted to. But we'll see how it goes. Anyway, I will roll the intro and I will see you shortly. that's one of the jobs that's on my list to do after the Christmas break. Not only am I going to... I'm not going to remake the intro, I'm still going to use the same song, but I'm going to replace the bits. So, for example, one of them on there is a clip taken from when I only had one track on my layout. So I'm going to update that clip. There's a clip on here with Golden Eagle and that needs updating to have this platform area. And also the joining video with the pictures, that needs updating. All of it won't be changed. I'll just change the bits that need changing, if you like. So that's going to be done in my Christmas break. I'll probably also update the intro, the outro for the stream as well. Just depends how out of date it is, because I made them about 2 months ago, but obviously this has all been done within the past month and a half. So yeah, we'll just have to see how that goes. So I'll get to my list of things I've got to talk about. So as you can see by the title, it says Unprototypical requests at HEMR Railway, updates and teasers for 2022. And updates in general, and can we get to 250 subs? So we're going to be covering all of that. We're going to see if we can get 3 subscribers in the stream. I remember we got like 5 subscribers during one stream to get us to 200. But we'll see if we can get to 250 today. That would be really good. Kurt says he's feeling better. Good to hear, Kurt. Subscribe if you're new. Indeed, please do. And I got given a load of track on Friday and a load of points as well. That's good, because points are flipping expensive. £16 for one, if you pick the Pico ones. I believe Hornby is about £14. But the thing is, Hornby points don't have that satisfying click. And I've had that discussion before, where Pico points make the nice satisfying click. I'll see if I can get that. Pico points, you might have been able to hear there, sound much better and feel a lot better when switching them over, if you ask me. They just are so much better. And they are, much better quality, in my opinion. Kurt says he got corner points and knob points. I've read a lot of bad things about curved points. I've read that they cause a lot of derailments, they aren't really reliable, and they're kind of hard to weave in. Now, I'll switch over to this camera for a moment. Now, obviously, just behind the camera, this camera might be a little bit better. You all know that just up here, just there where the end of my hand is, about 10 centimetres up that way, obviously there's a point that leads off into the siding, the sawmill siding that's at the back of that camera there. This is where the sawmill siding is. These are the main running lines. So, if I wanted to, I could have used a curved point here, but not only are they more expensive, I wouldn't have been able to have that siding over there for storing engines. So, yeah, I've heard some things about corner points not being too cracking myself, but you might be able to incorporate them. I would say if you are building a layout, make sure you make a list of everything you wanted to include. So my list of what I wanted to include was 3 main running lines. Well, I wanted 3 main running lines because 2 isn't enough and 4 is a bit much to squeeze in. So I said I wanted 3 main running lines, I wanted some sidings, and then I also said I wanted a sawmill, a coal marshalling yard, and I wanted the siding that's just here for the coal and water. So I also said I wanted a coaling tower and a water tower. Water tower is on my Christmas list. I also said I wanted a main line running section with a load of houses and all that stuff over there. So I basically just made a massive list of everything I wanted on. And luckily, and with more effort than I care to admit, everything's come together, which is pretty good. So, yeah, make a list of everything, sort of top priority to bottom priority. And if you can, try and get everything in. And if you can't, maybe just fiddle around with everything. It took me a month, 2 months to get my track plan fully worked out. And it was very, very difficult. So, yeah, just make a list. Try and squeeze everything in. I could, because my layout is, well, it's, without boasting, quite big. I believe I've got a document somewhere telling me just how big it is. I will get the trains running in just a moment. To find this document first. 5.24 meters squared. That's just board space, not the whole room. So yeah, it's quite big, to be fair. 5 meters squared is, well, 5 by 1, isn't it? But 5 meters is a long space. Kurt says he didn't even ask for any track. Someone I know just dropped it off, so I'm not complaining. Is it nickel silver? Is it modern stuff? Or is it like steel stuff? Because if it's steel stuff, unfortunately, you might as well just throw it away and start again. You'll know if it's steel if it attracts a magnet. So just get a steel magnet. Steel magnet. Get a fridge magnet and stick it on. Because steel track is useless. Also, steel track has sort of got a dull grey, whereas the nickel silver track here, it has like a goldish shine. In fact, I do have a box of no, it's hidden under a load of other boxes, so I can't show you what the shine on the steel is, but don't really matter. It says no, it's brand new, still in packs. Okay, fair enough then. Good for you. You don't have to say. Good for you that you don't have to say, yeah, thanks for the track, but it doesn't really work, because that's can be, not the best thing to say. But anyway, so the third radius line is out of use because, if I back up the trains, and I shift these to one end, because remember last week when I was filling, let's back this train up a bit. Remember last week when what I was doing was I was filling in the gaps of ballast down here, so I had removed the ballast here in order to fit these platforms in, and because obviously you can't be precise with a hammer and chisel, and obviously there was some gaps that needed filling in with ballast, so I filled this in right up to the end of the platform and filled this in right up to the end of the platform. And I've just I did this bit yesterday, so this bit, you can just see this track here. So yesterday I filled right into the edge of this platform. Today I filled right into the edge of that platform, so that's gluing, and I don't really want to be disturbing glued ballast. And I don't want to be getting my local wheels gunged up with water and glue and liquids and random crap. So I'm not running it on there because the rails are still a bit wet from where I squirt the water on. But I have filled this one in, so we've got second and third radius running. Just didn't want to risk that one. The third radius is still a little bit tacky, but it's not completely soggy like this stuff over here is. I did this about 2 hours ago, so it is still quite wet. I can risk putting these plastic wheel coaches on though, because it's not going to hurt them at all. So the trains we have running today, the unprototypical trains we have Tornado and Flying Tornado. That's on the other line. We have 9F and Flying Scotsman together with a maroon buffet coach, a blood and custard coach, some random freight wagons, a container wagon. So you can see the two coaches there, the freight wagons there, the brake van sandwiched in the middle, the container wagon there, and then some more freight wagons chucked on the end. As by the title of the stream, it is unprototypical. Unprototypical in both trains derailing at once. That's because the 9F hates going backwards. Damn thing. So if you are going to put a request in chat, make sure it is unprototypical. By unprototypical, like you said there, Kurt, if you have your 66, can I see that with freight, please? I can do that, but to make it unprototypical, all you'd have to say is chuck a coach in the middle or stick a brake van on the end, and then that'd be unprototypical. So you can still do sort of normal stuff as long as you make it unprototypical in some way. But anyway, first train, off you go. Still had the derailments. Of course I still have my 66 Kurt. I was just coming on to that in a little while. Right, let's give that the beans. Right, that's working. Unprototypical train 1 is go. And the second unprototypical train is Tornado. with Virgin coaches, but with container wagons smacked in the middle, and then another Virgin coach intermingled between that. So I'd say that's pretty unusual. Not only have I never heard of Tornado pulling branded coaches, apart from Pullmans, it also has the weird quirk of having container wagons slapped in the middle of it, which I thought myself was quite fun. So that's what we're doing today. Swap them camera views round. You probably won't be able to hear the chuffing Flying Scotsman either. It's a bit noisy for that. Could stop Tornado a bit later and let you have a listen. I don't think you will see Tornado, unfortunately, Kurt. It's out of service. It's got flats on its wheels and it's out until summer next year. Flat on your wheel is basically your wheel has a flat spot on it, either from heavy braking or wheel slip or whatever. So it's basically, instead of you can imagine like a deflated tyre. It's got a flat spot on it. You know, you all know what a deflated tyre looks like. So it's got flats in its wheels somewhere. So I think it's out until next summer, unfortunately. Well, that's at least what I read. I was hoping to see it on one of the Christmas specials and get it in as a bonus Thursday Friday video, but that'll just have to be reserved for Flying Scotsman or on one of the other engines that are doing the Christmas specials. I'll try and get the loft all decorated up for Christmas as well. We've recently bought some battery-powered Christmas lights that I don't think we can fit in anywhere, so I think I'll try and string them up in the loft. We've got a couple of ornaments, and I'll see if I can ask my grandma to give me some of her tinsel, depending on how much of it she's using. I won't do that until December, though. I can talk about Christmas in November, but I ain't decorating until December. Obviously, I probably wouldn't decorate the loft if I weren't doing videos and streams, but seeing as I have a channel and I'm, you know, all that kind of good stuff, I'll decorate for Christmas. Kurt says it's a Steam gallery might be going to. Very nice. And the website was updated, said it might not be running, it might be trucked in and put on display. I suppose that's fair enough. Still get to see it, I guess. But obviously it's not as good as if it were running. You can see my model running instead, and you can see yours running. I think I've just killed Tornado's speed a bit there. Give it some more beans. Don't know if you'll be able to see the firebox glow on the Flying Scotsman. I'll tell you what, I'll turn off the lights momentarily and you'll be able to see it on that bottom camera. Spookiness engaging. Yeah, obviously you can still see the station because that camera's light is on, the webcam's light. Oh yeah, you can just see it when it goes round that corner there. I would put my Pullmans on, but I think some of the circuitry inside of it has gone wrong for whatever reason. I think the diodes are a bit dodgy. You'll probably just see it now as it goes around that corner. There you go. It's actually quite bright for me here in person. It's surprisingly adequate. Obviously, I might put an LED in there in future. Lights back on now. So the locos you had for sale, all gone now. That was one of my points I was just coming to. The Virgin Class 47 and the Airfix 4F are sold and with their new owners. So you will no longer see the Virgin Class 47 and you will no longer see the Airfix 4F. They are not in my possession anymore. The mainline Class 45 needs to be relisted because nobody bid on that, which is fair enough, to be fair. You're not forced to, are you? So you did have a lot of viewers and watchers though, so that the mainline Class 45 is going to be relisted, and the EWS Class 66 will not be up for public auction, so it will not be going for sale on eBay, because somebody, who I will not reveal, has already emailed me to say they want to buy that locomotive off me privately. So you can still get your hands on the mainline 45, but you will not be able to buy the 66 because a person who I will keep anonymised has already emailed me to say I will have that. And the price has already been agreed on for that as well. So, you know, even if you came up to me and said, yeah, you can have 120 quid for that 66, I'm not, even though I will be getting a lot more money than what I've offered that person, I'm not going to disappoint them by going for somebody that has higher money. So price has already been agreed for that. It's a fair price, so there is no point emailing me saying, oh yeah, I'll have that engine off you for 300 quid. Well, that's just not fair, is it, to the person who I've already said can have it. So that is gone, is the 66 effectively. Derailment there. Must be going a bit too fast, I imagine. Let's keep it a bit slower. Evening, Model Railway Legends. Thank you very much for joining. Hope you're well. We are doing shout outs again, so I will be shouting out your channel. So if you do want to shout out towards the end of the stream, fill in that Google form for me, please, and you will get shouted out at the end of the stream. So get your responses in there. You should be able to see that in chat. Yes, I want the... Oh, I might have the link, actually. I'll try and share my screen. I'll just find it first. I know I've got the link on my phone. I can't really X off my phone because I'm streaming with it. I want to get a new 47, which I'll try and show you. I want to get a 37 in BR blue with the yellow ends and the black cab surrounds and the large logo. And I'd like a Lima Class 20, either in rail freight, BR blue or BR green. Let's see. Aha. It's £82.50, but it looks smashing. I think there's still some in stock, actually. 5 left, yeah, so that'll be next year's loco, will that? I'll wait until it loads. Right, I'll share my screen. This is the 47 that I'm wanting, or would like to buy. Just wait until it appears. And we've still got the cameras at the side. Here it is. Hornby Class 47 in Great British Rail Freight BR Blue livery. Now, I wanted a 47 in BR Blue, but sometimes it's a very nice livery as the BR Blue, and I don't want one in BR Green because half my steam locomotives are green. So, you know, I wanted one that were a bit more complex than BR Blue, but still had the effectiveness of the BR Blue. So obviously it's a GBRF one, so you've got another little logo to break up the blue on the side. You've got the City of Truro, which is really nice and reminds me of the steam loco City of Truro. And then it's got the sort of extra decals and all the little paint things there and the springs. And overall, I just think it looks really nice. It's still sort of a railroad model. It's not the best thing ever, but it does look really nice, which is why I'm getting that one. Good evening, Jaden. Thank you very much for tuning in. Okay, that's absolutely fine. Kurt, you have said, if I put my 33 for sale, would anyone be interested? Me personally, I wouldn't really be that interested. I'm not really looking for a 33. If it were West Coast Railway ones, I'd say, and it were for the right price, because they are really expensive. And I might do, but I can't say I'm interested in it, but some other people might be. Thank you very much, you two. I'm looking forward to getting that next year with my money from the engines I've sold. Scooby, thank you very much for joining. Nice to see you here. Collins Engage, thank you very much for joining. Hope you're well. On the main line, maybe 5:30 or 5:45. Okay, even better. We'll probably be finishing around 5:45, so that's good. As I said earlier, now that more people have joined, we are doing channel shout-outs at the end of the video. So if you would like a shout-out and a positive recommendation for your channel to all of my viewers watching the stream, then fill your basic channel information out in that form, and I will shout you all out at the end of the stream. We've had one response so far. I know that second question, enter your YouTube channel link below, can be a little bit confusing. URL is unique reference link. Enter your YouTube channel link below. So my channel link would be this. This is only if you've got over 100 subscribers and only if you've set a custom URL. So for example, that is my custom channel link. So when I say channel link, I mean like a direct link that takes you to your channel. So I think on the main line, on the main line's channel link is this. If I'm not mistaken, that's it. So when I say your channel link, I basically mean something like what I've just put in chat. I know that can be a little bit, whoa, what does that mean? I should have really provided a picture example. So if you're unsure of how to find that, all you have to do is go to your channel, and then if you're on mobile, press share and copy link. If you're on desktop, then go to the top, highlight the stuff in the banner at the top, and then just paste it in. That's okay, Kurt. We'll stop the trains now and give some other people a chance. That's fine, Collins Engage. As far as I'm aware, you're on... If I'm not mistaking you for another person, apologies if I am. I think you're on like 600 subscribers, maybe? So your channel should be pretty easy to find. It's just that it makes it easier than me having to search through it. Because my computer's not the best. And, yeah, searching while I've got 7 tabs open isn't necessarily the best thing. But it's fine. I shall find it and keep it on for later. Collins Engage. I think you should come up pretty easily. Oh no, wasn't that far off. 407. So there's no need, Colin, to redo your channel link or redo that entry. I've managed to find you pretty easily, so I've got you up for later. Right, we're going to stop the trains now. This is going to be fun, stopping 2 trains at once. That doesn't normally end too well. Right, let's stop about there. And we can stop these 2 just about here. Bam! Perfect stop, apart from the tornado jittered about there where I haven't cleaned the track in a while. But anyway, as the title says, yes, it says unprototypical requests only. So 2 of 3 tracks are available for using today. 4th radius track can't be used because I've got some ballast drying over there, and I do not want to glue up my loco wheels because, trust me, I have done it before and it wasn't pleasant. Anyway, so if you've got any requests, pop them in the chat now. The first 2 I will take and chuck on my layout. 1 per person for now, please. So if you've got any requests, chuck them in the chat. Remember, they have to be unprototypical. In fact, I will wait. Kurt put a request in earlier, but seeing as he's not here to watch it, I will do that request when Kurt comes back. By unprototypical, say if you wanted a class 08 with freight, that's obviously not unprototypical. It's prototypical, but to make it unprototypical, you could say class 08 with container wagons and a coach, because that then makes it unprototypical. So hopefully that's clear. So if you've got any requests you would like to see, I will do them for you. Engines you can see running are obviously Tornado, 9F, Flying Scotsman. We've got container wagons. We've got these 4 coaches that you can see there. We have freight wagons of various kinds, 2 Pullman coaches, Virgin coaches, a Great Western 101, an A4, an 08, a 45, a 66, a Queen Elizabeth 040, and that's about it at the moment because I've been downscaling to then upscale with some better stuff later. So any requests, pop them in now. I will clear the decks completely so that the viewers get a chance for a request. If we don't get that many, then I'll just put Kurt's on now. And I will obviously be patient, like I said at the start, because things take a while to come to StreamYard. And don't worry, I won't be balancing coaches on platforms when my layout's in full swing. But as you might have guessed, it's not. Oh, crikey. I'll leave the freight wagons on because somebody nearly always says freight. These 2 are of use here, them 2 coaches. I just put them there at the start so you have something to look at on that camera when there was nothing there. So they are up for grabs as well. I'll just take some of this stuff off. Put that over to that side just for now. Right, while I'm waiting for some requests to come in, I will look what's next on my list of things to talk about. Ah, yes. The power, the controller, the layout functionality, whatever you really want to call it. I'm not really all that bothered. So, as you know, well, you might not know, but if you watch my channel frequently, or you've been here in a while, then you will know what I'm about to say. But if you haven't, don't worry. Somebody's got to you've got to start. Well, you can't all watch my channel right from the beginning, can you? So basically, obviously, I have 6 tracks, 6 independent things which need to be controlled. So I have 1 controller for each of the 3 main running loops. This is a run-around loop. It doesn't need its own separate controller. So I've got 1 controller doing this, 1 controller doing that, and 1 controller doing this. And then I also have a further 3 sidings. I have a siding here, coal and water siding that's just out of shot, a siding right at the back, which is a sawmill siding, and then a siding at the back of this camera, that way, which deals with like a coal marshalling, shunting yard, whatever you really want to call it. So, I've got 4 of 6 controllers. Let me make sure I've got 4. So, I've got a H&M safety miner. I've got a homemade PWM one that my granddad made. my granddad is qualified to do that before people start writing in to tell me that is my granddad building it safely and properly. Yes, he used to be an electrician, so you don't need to worry about that. Plus, is my granddad really going to give me something that isn't safe? No. So, that's that. So, I've got 4 of 6 controllers. 3 of them are wired up. No, that I'm telling a lie there. I've got 5 of 6 controllers. So, I have obviously the homemade one my granddad made me, a Hornby R729. Is it R729? Please tell me it is. R729. Is it? No. Is it a 921? No. Yes, it's a 921. So that's not what I wanted to do at all. So, I've got a homemade one, I've got an R921, I've got a Hornby 900 power control, I've got a HEMR safety miner, and I have 2 of these Hornby circuit controls which just plug into the side of the 900, and you can supposedly add 3. You could technically add more, I think it just advises 3, so you can have the 900, one in the side, and then another one of these in the side of that. I think it just recommends 3. Excuse me, simply because without that, there's not enough oomph. I think they get 0.75 amps each if they're all on equal load, so you don't really want to go any lower than that. So, this controller has not been wired up because I'm waiting for another one of these to be fixed by my granddad. Some of the wiring needs sorting out, and the switches have lost their, switchiness. So my granddad is sorting out one of these. I had a crack at it, but he said, give me it here, I'll do it quicker than you, effectively. So he's sorting me another 902 out, which is very similar to this one, apart from it's got a halfway full wave boost switch here. So my granddad's sorting this one out. I didn't want to wire this one up because I need to reshuffle some controllers around. So as of the moment, I've got a homemade one here because that can do 5 amps. The 900, which can do 2.25 at the moment because I haven't got any other controllers plugged into the side of it. So that's that one. Then I've got the H&M one here. And then this side in here, I've got on the R921 simply because that is a weak side in, and that controller is really weak. It's like 1/3 of an amp, which is just useless. But I didn't want to throw that controller away, so I thought I'll use that simply because... What was I going to say? I'll use that for that one, simply because it means I don't have to get another controller, and it's just a coal and water side in that I'm not going to be constantly running trains around the loops like I am over here. So I will have a reshuffle. So my PWM, my homemade one, will go on here. I'll promote the safety miner, which is on this one, to that one. Then I'll put the 900, the mains powered one, on here. I'll put one of the 902 circuit controllers on this siding over here. I'll put another one of the 902 circuit controllers on that siding behind the camera there. And then on the least used siding, the R921 will stay on this controller over there. So, a bit of reshuffling to do, which is why I don't have 5/6 of the layout working. I only have 4/6. So, what does that make? 2/3? Pretty sure, yeah. Anyway, enough of a ramble about power. That went on for much longer than I was expecting. A bit shorter one next, although, funnily enough, I've written more than I did for the last one. I do run DC Collins Engage. Call me old-fashioned, but I don't care. I do not have the money to go DCC, unfortunately. When we're going to see some grass grown, I'm estimating February, March, April. After I've bought some static grass and a shaker and all sorts. I ain't buying a static grass applicator. I'll just use one of them puff bottles that you squeeze and it does that. Yeah, back scene's going to be all the way around the layout, apart from in front of the joist. So obviously over here you've got a joist. What I don't want to do is then route the back scene in front of this joist and then tuck it back in, and then bend it out in front of that one and tuck it back in. So I will just do it sort of behind the joist, because I don't really want paper to be, coming down that stretch over there, curving out in front and then back in. and then out, and then out, and then back in, because I just think that'll look stupid. So I'm just going to leave the joists as they are. We're in a loft. There's many joists over here. I've got 2 there, got 2 here. I've got 2 over the other side, and then I've got another 2 over the other side. So I've got 8 joists in total. So there's no real point trying to mask it. So I'll just fit it in where I can. That's fine. Thank you. I know some people are a bit snobbish about people who do DC, but I don't really care, to be fair. Right, Kurt, you're back now. I can do your request. He said 66 with freight. I'll chuck a brake van in there to make it unprototypical. Anybody else got any requests? Otherwise, I'll just chuck one on. I was supposed to be doing them while I was ranting on, but I ranted on. I don't know if Jaden's still here. Because he'll be shouting at me to put a brake van on if he is. I did get talking to somebody in a stream once, and I don't know how we got talking, but we eventually, there was some random guy I was in the stream with, not mine, watching somebody else's, and they were like, "Oh, what power system do you use?" I'm like, "Well, call me old-fashioned, but I'm DCC." And then the guy proceeded to be quite snobby-ish over how I should have bought DCC. I'm sorry, I just don't want to spend £150 on decoders for 3 engines and £150 on a DCC controller. Anyway, enough about DCC. Kurt, here's your request. Let's pop on with that. Can you do the list again? 66 has been used. So we've got Virgin coaches, we've got Blood and Custards and Maroon coaches. We've got freight wagons of various assortments. We've got Pullman coaches. We've got Great Western 101, Tornado, Class 08, Queen Elizabeth 040, which is that. A mainline Class 45, Triumph Flying Scotsman, 9F, and an A4 Golden Eagle. How many locos do I own? At the moment, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 10. I used to have about 13, but I've just sold 2 and sold 1 in the past. One of those locos I've got, though, isn't working, which is why I haven't mentioned it on the list that you can run. Anyway, Kurt, that's your request. It's unprototypical because I've chucked a brake van on the back of it because, well, that's what this stream is, basically. Well, that made a buzzing noise, as it often does. Yeah, you're right, Kurt. You're DC, not DC, lol. You said DCC. Yeah. That's a tongue twister. Well said. I think that's effectively what I said to the bloke who were having a bit of a pop at me, and I've just realised all the stuff's in the way of the camera. Done a lot of work to get that 66 working properly. 45 with whatever you want. Okie doke. Thank you. I don't often run this. I'll put it on the second radius. That's fun. This is the one that's for sale. With whatever you want. Okay, I'll do Virgin coaches. Because I believe 45s pulled them. They pulled the intercity coaches, didn't they? Don't ask me to tell you what mark of coach it is, because I can't remember. But it's the intercity blue and grey ones that they pull. So I think it's unprototypical by asking them to pull Virgin coaches. But I'm going to chuck some freight wagons on as well, just to make that unprototypical. I know you're probably thinking, well, you're a bit weird for doing unprototypical stuff, but to be fair, I just find it fun. And I am a bit weird in general. I'm joking, I'm not really. I think everyone's a bit weird in their own little way. Right, we'll see how this goes. I'll pack all this stuff away now. It does. That was the mainline 45 that I bought broken to fix and sell on, and then to get a little bit of profit, but then the person on the other end gets a nice, fair working loco. I've mentioned that before. I buy broken or dodgy engines off eBay, fix them up, sell them on for a couple of quid profit, and then the person on the other end, though, also gets a good bargain as well. Here goes the 45. Now, I must say, if you buy the 45, you're probably thinking, well, it isn't really moving that well now. I think it's because it's fully serviced and it's fully working. I think it's because we're in a cold loft and it needs a bit of warming up. The other day I did a test where I took the 45 out of the loft, let it warm up for 3-4 hours, and then brought it back into the loft, and then it worked from cold straight away, whereas now you can see it's needing a bit of warming up because it's freezing in this loft. So if I try and start it from cold when it's been in the loft all night, then it as you can see here, it's juddering a bit and needs a bit of warming up. But the other day when I did a test, I let it warm up downstairs for 3 to 4 hours, and then I brought it up in the loft, and then when I tried for it to work, it worked fine then. So it's not an issue of it not working properly or something being seized or jammed. It's just a problem of it being it's a bit cold and needs a bit of warming up. Yeah, like that. So does work, just that the environment that I run it in, it needs a little bit of warming up. So if you are going to buy it, then if your room is not in a cold loft, then you won't experience any problems with it. Whoop, derailment, because I haven't put it on properly, that's why. It's fixed. There we go, you can see it's working fine now. So yeah, just the problem of it being just a simple problem of it being a little bit too cold for it up here. So as I say, it's not a problem with it being broken or seized or not lubricated or anything. It's just that it's quite an old model and needs a little bit of warming up, like I suppose athletes do before they go on a run. You can see it runs good now, it's warmed up. So just a little bit of a warning if you are going to buy the 45. When I relist it, I will update that on my eBay page, because that's something I've forgotten to do. Yeah, that's right, Kurt. I experienced that with some old Triang models a while back. It was £23, like £27 broken, including postage. I think I'm going to relist it at 32, so I make sort of 5-6 quid profit. Only a little bit, as I say. So bought it for 27, including postage. I'll probably sell it for about 32. Not too bad, really. What's my eBay? I've done this before. I won't give you a link directly to my mum and dad's eBay because I use their eBay. What I will do is I will give you a link to the listing and the listing only. Oh no, I can't do that, can I? Just bear in mind that I use my mum and dad's eBay to sell my trains, so don't be asking questions that, you know, only I'd be able to answer. If you want to ask me questions personally, then email me, which is modelrailwayreviewyt@gmail.com. But just bear in mind that it's my parents' eBay, and trains aren't the only thing that gets sold on there. So I will give you a link. I'll get on that now. So yeah, just be wary that it's my parents' eBay, and I just borrow it. Trains are running well. I've got to sign in. That's all done. I don't know. I've asked my mum and she says I don't really need to. And she's not sure about me setting up my own PayPal account. So, you know, so I will do when I'm older, obviously. When I probably get to 16, 17, I'll set up my own eBay and my own PayPal. But for now, it's not really necessary. I'll try and find it. It's quite difficult. Well, flipping heck, I can't find it. Give me a moment. I'll do it this way instead. I believe I've found the link, chaps. Well, that took a long time. That's my eBay. I think I'll stop the trains instead of shouting, because these trains are, well, they're not deafening, but they're, when I've got them going round fast for you lot, they're certainly not easy to talk over. Bam! Another nearly perfect stop. Right, I'll just lower my voice down now. Right. Yes, I am getting rid of the 66. I just really want something a bit more quality with a bit, you know, it was a really good engine. It was a good engine to get me started off with, and I had a lot of fun tinkering with it for hours on end to get it to work properly. And I just feel like getting something a little bit better with a little bit better mechanism. Now, I'm not saying it runs poorly, because it doesn't. It runs well for what sort of mechanism it is, but I'm just looking for something a little bit more detailed and a little bit more reliable mechanism that I don't have to, you know, change or fiddle something with. Not that that's going to happen, but, you know, I've had fun tinkering with it, and you know, I just feel like having, something a bit different in a bit of a different livery, with a bit of a better mechanism and maybe, you know, a little bit better detail. But you know, it's a good loco. I'm not gonna you know, say it's not. I just, you know, and you know when you just fancy something a bit different. Same with my Virgin 47. I didn't have it for longer than 6 months, but, you know, it was just something I just kept thinking, why did I buy that? I didn't want a 47 in a Virgin livery. and that really wasn't the 47 I had my eyes on, because I had actually seen that Olivia's Trains one that I showed you earlier before the Virgin one, and I thought, why did I do that? That would a bit stupid. And my FX4F, as Kurt has said there, that originally was an eBay project to buy, do up, and then sell on, but I kept it for a little while, and I was going to eventually sell it anyway. I was tempted to buy a UF Class 40 in a model rail exhibition. Nice, but it was too expensive at £80. A UF Class 40 is good, because I've seen some UF engines that look not very good. I've certainly seen some that look really cheap. The mechanism's awful, and they've got red wheels. Unless they're like the really like kiddie like toy train instead of model train type engines. Although googling them, these actually look all right. Yeah, they don't. They certainly don't look like. They certainly don't look like the crappy sort of UF ones I've seen. Do they have a? What's the mechanism like? Is it like a mainline diesel? Mainline as in mainline replica. I suppose if you really wanted to, you could try and bodge it and stick a Hornby Class 40 motor in it. I've just seen that come up. Anyway. Colin, you have 25 different liveries. You're on the main lines collecting 66s as well, but 66s are nice. On the main line there's 4, that's right. Well, obviously. He wants to get all of them. Unfortunately, not a fan of the Freightliner orange one. I either want like the Hattons, BR blue ones with the yellow cabs and the black cab surrounds. I either want one of them, I want a Freightliner green one, excuse me, or I might even get like a DRS one, because they really are nice. Yeah, Sam's Trains didn't really like the detail, did he? Although we got one of the 66s that had a plastic wrap on it instead of literally painted detail. I think the Malcolm Rail one was a wrapped one that had been wrapped, like when you wrap cars and make it like bright gold or whatever. I think because that's too difficult to paint on, I think he got the wrapped one and he wasn't impressed with that. As far as I'm aware, the ones that you have are like just literally printed plastic, aren't they? So they're not been wrapped or anything. But yeah, the ones I've seen look good. I think that was just an exception with it being one that had been wrapped. How many times can I say wrapped? Wrapping presents. Goodness. You're welcome, by the way, Colin. I missed your message earlier. You said thanks for running the 45. You are welcome. Right, we need some... Do we do more requests? Have we got time? Yes, we've got ages. Folks, by the way, please get your shout-out... Get your details filled into that form in the link. That link that takes you to a form which is in the chat. Unless we've got sort of 2 or 3 entries, we've only got 1 at the moment. Then if we haven't got sort of 2 between 3 and 4 entries, then it's not really worth doing, is it? So if you want to shout out, please do fill in your very basic details in that form. It'll really take you all off a minute and a half. So yeah, please get your things in there. Kurt loves the old Lima diesels. I think they're all right. If you're really cheap, then what you could do is you could just buy 166 chassis, and then buy the bodies separately, and then just switch the body over when you wanted a different livery 66. If I were buying 26, then I think that's what I'd do if I really wanted all 26. But you know me, I'm a bit cheap. How's your Golden Eagle? Is it still working? Maybe. You never know. I'll test it on the... Well, I'll tell you what, I'll be naughty and test it on the 4th radius. I just can't have it doing in loops. And before you say, well, you could just do people's requests going backwards and forwards, I've got enough to focus on without changing direction. Which is where a gauge metal shuttle unit would come in, but the times which I would actually use that would be very limited. I believe this needs some work. I think one of the... Oh, you can't even see it. I think one of the parts where the wheels go through needs drilling out because it's become a bit funny shaped for whatever reason. I've dug out my dad's metal drills earlier to do that, so, yeah. I think it needs a bit of reshaping or reboring, as James May would say. Yeah, it works. Its wheels just need cleaning a little bit. Yeah, so it still works. But it looks like somebody's having a seat. It looks like, you know, don't look very good. It looks like it's having a bit of a spaz. Now it's stopped altogether. Funnily enough, Jaden, I had the option of picking one of those over this lemur. So, last Christmas, I best not sing that, I'll get copyrighted. Ignore that, YouTube. Please don't copyright me for saying 2 words of a song. And I'm not starting to... I'm going to see if I can actually get some Christmas songs playing in the background. Not now, not in December. When I do my Christmas special, I'm coming on to that later. I had the option of picking a DB Schenker weathered light, you know, one of the proper... nice Bachmann super detailed weathered cab lights, directional lights fitted ones. I had the option of picking that over the Lima 66 and those 3 wagons, so the IFF, the CP ships, 3 P&Os, another IFF and an IBC, as you can just see there. In fact, I'll pull it all onto shot. So what you can see on screen, this line here, is what I could pick. I either picked that over the Bachmann 66, the DB Schenker red one, but I must admit, don't really like the Bachmann DB Schenker ones. I just don't like DB Schenker in general. I mean, the liveries, it's a bit red, it's too bright, really. It's not very elegant, really. It's just a DB logo slapped in the middle of some red paint. Plus, it was £90, and my parents were only really wanting to spend about 70, 80. So that we're going to be pushing it a bit. And I got them 3 wagons, because at that point, I was wanting to build up my rolling stock at the same time. So I picked that over the Bachmann one. Bit stupid, but, you know, doesn't really matter, does it? Remember, if you've got, as I said at the start of the stream, remember if you've got any friends, family, or YouTube friends or viewers who might appreciate a couple of videos from my channel, then please do let them know about my channel. Because I am trying to hit, as I said at the start of the stream, I am trying to hit 250 subscribers. It's sort of unrealistic, but it was a bit of a laugh. I wanted to see if we could hit 250 subscribers this stream. I want to try and hit it by the end of the year, but I thought, you know what, if we can hit it this stream, then that'll be really, really good. So if you've got anybody who will appreciate... Anyone who will appreciate some videos from my channel, do give them a message if you can. And, you know, say, go on, I think you should watch this guy. Give them a recommendation if you like. Just trying to get to 250 by the end of the year. Right, more requests. Anyone can have one now. On the main line, I think you need one, don't you? Kurt and Colin have had one. So, on the main line, it is your turn for request. Anything you say, I will do. And then, I guess, the second request is whoever comes next in through the chat. So, on the main line, it's your turn. Anyone else who wants one, chuck it in and I'll do it. I'm on 147. I think you mean 2. Yeah, 2. Yeah, you just missed a key. That's fine. Yeah, if nobody else wants one, Kurt, you can have another. But on the main line, Jaden has priority. While we wait for that, 47 with Pullman. I do not have a 47 anymore. That has been sold, unfortunately. Sorry, I can do the 66, or I can do the 45, or I can do the 08, or I can do any of my usual engines, but the Virgin 47's gone. I think we said that earlier, you just might have missed it. While we're waiting for that, I would just like to say that my websites are now fully updated. I've transitioned them over from the old Model Railway Review channel name back to Hybrid Model Railway, and I'm going to post the first sort of behind-the-scenes video very shortly. And I'll be posting some updates behind the videos and some general teasers for next year. So my Hybrid Model Railway behind the scenes website, that's fully up to date. Go to my about page on my channel, you'll find it there. But my private message site has been deleted and it is no longer on the web. As generally I've found, if people want to contact me, they don't want to contact anyone through like a site. I was using Wix. They were more comfortable doing it behind email. I guess it's more secure and I can understand that. So my behind the scenes website is the only one that remains online, and I will be posting more blog posts and blooper videos and or gag reels from videos a lot more very soon. There will be a load of bloopers coming up very soon. I'm just about ready. I'm just about ready to start writing the script for the muddy mess of model railways today. That documentary, that mini documentary from my channel, is coming next year, sometime in January. I do not know what day that will be. It just depends when I end my YouTube break. You know, I take a break from about the 12th of December to about the 12th of January, around that ish. Just depends what days, what videos I've got left to make this year, and what days obviously everything is on. So that will be coming next year. I'm scripting it. I'm going to write the script, or partially write the script, after I've finished the stream and after I've tidied all my streaming equipment away. So that'll get on with, and there'll be a load of gag reels and bloopers for that coming next year. Can I see your email on the main line? Yes, I can. So we just need, if anyone is watching, we just need one more entry to that form, and at the end of the stream, I will, at the end of the stream, I'll shout your channels out. We just need one more to make it worthwhile doing, because I've got to set it all up and that, and if I just do it for two people, it's not really, you know, doesn't really make sense. Why did it sell on the 47? I mentioned that earlier. I actually saw the blue one I showed you earlier. I actually found that before I found my Virgin one, or found out that it was going to become an order. So yeah, I for some reason got distracted on that when I went to the model railway shop I normally go to, and I got that one instead. I guess I got it for the coaches, and it sort of worked out because I've been able to, you know, sell it on. I've been able to sell the engine on and keep the coaches, because the coaches, let's face it, are probably worth a lot more than the actual loco itself. So I guess it's kind of worked out. I guess it was just a lapse of judgment. Yes, you can have a small load of freight, Kurt. I'll chuck a coach in the middle to make it unprototypical, because, well, that's exactly what we're doing today. On the main line, what's 45 with Pullmans and other coaches? You get that on the third radius line this time. Count yourself lucky. I'm joking. Oh, I thought. Oh, sorry. On the main line, I've read your thing wrong. When it says, when you said, "Can you see my email?" I thought you meant, "Can you see my entry?" So no, I cannot see your email. I purposely have email data turned off because, well, I can't collect people's emails because that's just not the sort of thing you can do. So email data is off. The only things I can see are the things you have submitted. So the only thing I can see, Jaden, is on the main line and your YouTube channel link, and obviously the answers to the other questions. You know, I can't see. A coupling up just dropped out. Yes. I can't see your email or your mum's maiden name or whatever you said, because I don't have email sort of collection turned on. If I did customized, you know, if I was doing like a model railway quiz and I was doing customized responses, then I would unfortunately have to turn that on. But I don't have that on since it's just a shout outs thing. Thank you very much, Kurt. I've just seen that pop in. Jaden, you said with Pullman and other coaches. So what we'll do is we will do something like this. We'll use the Virgin ones. We'll give the 45 a good test of its strength. We'll chuck the brake van in the middle because I know you like that. And my Pullmans are having a little bit of issue. One of them, the lights only works in one direction despite me having fitted a bridge rectifier. So it should technically work, but I guess one of the diodes was going a bit funny because there were like cheap diodes I had lying around. So I will just have to get it on in the right orientation. Crikey, that's the wrong controller. So that works as it is. Obviously, you can't see it, can you? You can see it's flickering a bit, but if I put it on full wave, then that stops the flicker. So I just need to remember to do that. Now, this is the coach that's dodgy. So if I flip it round, it should work. I just have to be careful of the orientation until I get some more diodes. Yeah, there we go, that works. Smashing, let's connect up this. How many 04s have you got? 3. The Great Western 101, Queen Elizabeth, which is on the other side, and I've got the old Triang 040 that I need to restore the other chassis, transfer everything over to that and get some new pickups. Eventually I will do. It's not my highest list of priority. Kurt, you said 040 with a small load of freight, didn't you? So I'll get some of that and I'll chuck a coach in the middle as well to make it unprototypical. So then we have a buffet coach, which is unprototypical in itself because you don't just have a buffet coach by itself, do you? Otherwise, the chefs would just be serving themselves food. But anyway, there's the coach. We'll have some open wagons because I've got quite a few of them actually. I think people quite like open wagons. So, and all this stuff all these parcels and boxes and stuff aren't really staying on the platform. I just thought I'd plonk them there to break up the just general mass of platforms. And when I put people and benches and newspaper stalls on it and stuff like that, I'll take them off and probably put them in a siding somewhere. Right, requests. Last round of requests this is. Although we've got half an hour, I might be able to squeeze another one in. So, on over here, 040... freight wagons, buffet coach on this side, mainline 45, 3 Virgin coaches, brake van randomly shoved in the middle, and 2 Pullman coaches. We'll set the 040 off first. Hopefully she has enough oomph to... Yep, she does. She's got plenty oomph. Let's set the third radius to full wave and give it some beans. And... I think it needs some more beans. No, I think it's just got a little bit of stuff. Have I not railed it properly? No, I haven't railed it properly, that's why. You silly goose. Right, it's going. I need to give it some more beans. Beans! No, I definitely haven't railed it properly. Isn't railed another term for like knocking somebody out? Unfortunately, me versus many, many tons of locomotive, I don't think that's going to happen. I don't think I'll be able to knock out a bird, if I'm honest. Right, now we're railed. Let's get cracking on. That's better. There we are. Just a bit rocky on that ballast area where I've glued. Needs a bit of neatening up. On the main line says, my family and I are making curry for tonight. Very nice. We're having pork roast dinner. So my laptop is just on top of the island, about 1 metre in front of me. So I'll be in chat a little less, but still watching and in and out of chat. That's absolutely fine, mate. Let's get this up. Let's get this going. Okay, let's not. Let's just crash it instead. I think it's these curves. If I put it on the other way, it'll probably work a bit better. If I put it on the other way, that should work a lot better. Don't know why, but it just seems to work better that way. I think I'll probably go on for quite a bit today. Quite a bit longer than I normally would anyway, because tea's ready at 6 and my stream last week was not to standard, so you know, I'll go on for a bit longer. Well, it's struggling. Yeah, I don't think that's going to work actually. That ballasted area where I've glued definitely needs tidying up. See what I wonder? If I stick the L4 row in this siding here, I'm pretty sure I'll be able to transfer that over to the other line without having to re-rail it. It's the first time I've done this on stream, so expect things to go badly wrong. Okay, funny. Stop, why don't you? Points need sorting out. Right, so I'll just hold you in then. Right, so if I shut that in there, then shut the point so that no power can get in there. We'll switch over round here. We'll bring the... Let's just knock the camera. Great idea. We'll bring the 45 round. We'll re-rail the coaches before we attempt this daring manoeuvre. Which, oh, actually quite easy. Right, we'll open up these points. That one's opening now. The stone's out of the way. Right, so I've got to consult my diagram, which you can't see. Third and second radius controllers, change over to second radius, third radius controller forwards, second radius controller in reverse. Right, let's give that a go. Slowly, does it? Okay, maybe it doesn't do it at all. We need more oomph. Oh, because I put it in forwards, not reverse. It's just me being stupid. Is that going to work? No. No, it's not. Oh, well, this has gone well. Let's watch George cock up. Right. The thing is, the mainline 45 really isn't designed for going over points. And these Pullman coaches aren't the best since I've modified them to light up. That's a whole other story in itself. Flipping heck. I might as well have just pulled it over by hand, or, you know, just taken the whole thing off and put it back on. Because, yeah, this didn't go well. I think the train's really... The train of this size, really, it's my fault for this, not the layout's fault. Simply because the train of this size... This is like a fourth radius train size. A train of this size should not be running on second radius track. It is my fault. So, there, I think we're all sorted. Right. I'll put Queen Elizabeth over in a minute. Wrong way. Still the wrong way. Oh, things are breaking. I think these coaches need swapping round again. Right. I'm sorry this is taking so long, but issues. Right, is that sorted now? Anything new coming soon? Grass and more scenery. No, it's working. Ah, it's this coach. Oh, yeah, that's got really warm, has that? Ah! Disaster! Massive disaster! Absolutely massive disaster. That coach does not like second radius control for whatever reason, and it's quite warm. Doesn't really matter though. It needed fixing anyway. Right, eventually we will get the last round of requests, and I will end up talking about the rest of stuff that I have to talk about, before I'll bore you all to death. Come on, you blithering train. All this rolling stock will probably get changed at some point, especially these coaches over here, but they're good enough for now. Good enough, should just that be a quote? That should just be my new channel quote that I have to put on my quote wall. Good enough. Not inadvertently appearing on camera. No, I'm not. Stream's been popular today. We've had pretty much 6 all the way through. Good to hear. Thank you very much for that, folks. I think my record's 9. I think on Mainline it that on his first stream, the lucky sod. Stony Owl, thank you very much for joining. Hope you're doing well. Thank you very much for joining the stream. Hello, folks. Can you hear me? I have had an issue. Put in chat if you can hear me. This is not going well at all. Can you hear me? Let me know in chat. Good, you can hear me. We have issues. Oh, no, we don't have issues. Give me a moment. Right, testing. You can probably hear me now. I accidentally closed off my StreamYard tab that was on my computer. This camera are on my phones. Well, this camera is a webcam on my laptop. Accidentally did Control W, which controls my closed my tab. Went off the audio for laptop. Webcam went. Anyway, let's get on before more things break. Mainline 45 and crikey, that controller's getting warm. And Queen Elizabeth. Ignore me, my sounder's on 5, lol. We all do that. For crying out loud. This train is far too long for this layout. Oh, this bit of layout. I think we should probably go a bit slower. Yes, let's go a lot slower before things break. Why is everything going? Oh, I've got it on full wave, that's why. That's too slow now. No, I don't think I do, Kurt. You know what? Go away. I don't like you anymore. It's all going to pieces. Nah, it's fine. Go away, Pullman coach. Sorry, Jaden. You've done it again. Stoney All says, I'm good, thank you. Hope you are too. Yes, I'm okay. No, I've just done Control I now. That's inspected the element. I do know what that actually means, but on the main line says, I need a name for my station and yard, so I was thinking my viewers could have come up with names for them. Same, I need names for my 3, well, for Pete's sake. I need names for 2 of my sidings and 3 of my main running lines, or all 3. So, as part of my 250 subscriber special, there's going to be a competition to name my 3 main running lines and 2 of my sidings. So you're going to be naming each of these main running lines and then the coal marshalling yard and then the sawmill. So that's going to be a competition. The competition is going to be, I'm going to pick names that I find best of, the best name for the sawmill, the best name for my coal marshalling yard, and then the best name for each of my running lanes. I thought that might be quite fun. Because, it's nice to get the viewers involved, and if you pick a good name, then you can say, I named this random geezer's model railway layout track. Right, I think I'm just going to have to call this a day now. I think there's only so much suffering I can go through. Good requests, whoever requested these, by the way. You've certainly had more than your time's worth. You've certainly had a load of exposure on your requests, whoever requested these. Right, I think I shall bring everything to a close and have a gentle talk. Funny Kurt. I don't think I'd pick that as a name, though. And obviously, if you don't come up with a name I like, then I'll just pick one myself. Don't know why I'm laughing. That's a bit sad, actually. Oh, driving a 45 in Train World 2 yesterday were quite fun, apart from the brakes take ages to release and really quick to apply. But whatever, let's stop moaning. I'll turn my controls off so they don't blow up and overheat. Oh, well, that's why the points won't work properly, because they're all gunged up with loose stones. Oh, for crying out loud. Anyway, I'll get through the last bit of talking. Thank you to my 6 viewers who have still put up with all this calamity. Stony Hall has been fitting point motors and doing a control panel. Very nice. Colin says, who's Pete? I do have a viewer called Pete. Pete Clark, Pete's Transport and More. But, yeah. Kurt says, today on Hurricane Model Railway, I get mad at Pullman coaches and we have some weird train requests. Tonight on Hurricane Model Railway, George gets increasingly frustrated at some Pullman coaches. George comes up with a new quote that is forgotten. And George gets irritated at some stone. Yeah, that's tonight in a nutshell. And I cook whilst watching the stream. You requested the 040, did you, Kurt? God damn you, Kurt. I hate you. I don't really. I'm joking. I need to clean this area up. I should have really had only one line running, but then that would have been just awful for video quality. So, it's funny because you've watched me all cock around trying to sort out derailments and that. Anyway, last couple of things to talk about. Thank you for the requests, everyone, I must say. I've only got 2 things to talk about. And the shout-outs. Last chance to get your shout-outs in, folks. Last chance to get your... I can't speak. Last chance to get your shout-outs in, folks. That's your last warning. Or your last notification. Then I'll turn off the form so you can't send any more requests, and I'll do the shout outs. I've got 12 minutes. That's fine. So I've basically been doing some general channel maintenance, such as updating the links in the about section on the channel banner of the channel. I've updated the featured channels section of the channel, so you can go and have a check that out. And I've done I've done a general channel tidy up of sorting out playlists, and I'm reordering all my playlists and sorting all that stuff out as well. So a general channel tidy up has been going on behind the scenes. Kurt, you say I've still got my 08? I have indeed. And I know what the last 3 videos on this channel are going to be. So this Tuesday is going to be a guide on how to train spot, so how to find out what trains are running, how to find out if they're going through your local station, what direction they'll be going in, what platform they'll be going in, how to deduce all of that, and ultimately, how to record them and how to, note stuff down and stuff like that. So Tuesday is the how to train spotting video, so look forward to that. The Tuesday after that is going to be running session using the full capacity of the layout, so shunting in all my 3 sidings, doing loco exchanges, passenger announcements. I'll add all that fancy stuff in and stuff like that. And hopefully my other control will be fixed by then, so I don't have to do some quick hot wiring and jumping power over to other sidings and stuff. It's pretty much, a week and a half, so hopefully that gets done. And the Tuesday after that will be an end of year review. So going through views, watch hours, subscribers, major achievements, videos which I enjoyed doing, a couple of shout outs and stuff like that. And then hopefully the Sunday after my last Tuesday video, depending on availability or what I'm doing or what I've got to do or, homework and stuff like that. So in 1, 2, 3 and a bit weeks time will be my final video of the year. Unless a train like Braunton did last year decides to come through my local station, and then it makes it look like I've been lying to you by saying the stream was my last bit of content for the year, when actually it wasn't. But hopefully in 3 weeks' time on a Sunday, hopefully, fingers crossed, will be my Christmas special. I'll try and trim up and get some tinsel and some Christmas tree, some ornaments and some stuff like that. Try and make it a little bit more Christmassy. I think we are done with talking. It's time for the shout-outs now, and I need to hurry up because my tea is probably going to be ready soon. Good idea, Kurt. I will try and include that. So, let's get everything sorted. So, 3 people who put their requests for shout-outs in is Collins Engage, On the Main Line, and The Muddle Shed. So, Colin, we will do you first. Share screen, Chrome tab, Collins Engage. I'll wait until that comes up. Here we are, Collins Engage. I really like your channel. I must say, I like Colin's channel banner. I really like the Quicksilver that is put on here. Is that a Bachmann model, or is it a Hornby Ringfield one that you've painted and add decals to? Because that's really nice. So Colin's channel is on 407 subscribers. He's doing very well. We'll take a quick look at his about page, which is brief, but it does the job. Engage Model Railway, and his layout looks really good. In his notes on the form, he has said that his next video is going to be on European stock. He does obviously have videos on his channel, and his videos mainly focus on model railway / train spottings. So obviously you can see we've got a really interesting mix of UK and European trains. Obviously we've got 800s, we've got British trains down here, we've got American ones, German ones, especially this one here, that looks very interesting. So Colin's channel obviously looks really nice. He's got running sessions. He's got stuff like that. Power and what is needed to start, so tutorial videos. I think Colin has also recently subscribed to him. I have watched a couple of videos on his channel. But yeah, your channel looks very good, Colin. You've got track laying and stuff like that. Control panels, that's very interesting. And yeah, looks good, Colin. So everyone go subscribe to Colin, go check out his channel. And his next video is going to be on European trains and, well, presume European train stuff. So that is Colin's channel. Thank you very much for submitting that, Colin. Next we have on the main line. Let's get you on. Well, that's a loud plane. Right, let's get on the main line on. Share screen, Chrome tab, on the main line, boom. Here we are. So this is on the main line channel. Recently, well, thank you, now it's loaded, he has hit 105 subscribers, which is really a really good achievement. I think on the main line, I can't remember when he's been going since. He joined literally the last day of last year, so pretty much he's been going for 11 months so far, and to get 100 subscribers in 11 months is really good. That's a really good achievement, is that, and getting your first 100 subscribers is very, very difficult. So on the main line, obviously recently 100 subscribers, I've already said. He does a mixture of sort of running sessions, train spottings. He's been inside Basford Yard at Crewe and been inside engines. He does streams, and he's recently done a 100 subscriber special, which was a train spotting special, and then he did I best not do that, I might get copyright for mousing over his videos, but he has recently done a 100 subscriber train spotting special. He did also do a 100 subscriber live stream, 100 subscriber special live stream, but what he said was that he was quite embarrassed with it. I thought it was alright myself, but you know, it's his channel, and he's going to do something else, and obviously we've talked earlier about how he's going to do, I think he said, was it you that said about naming your sidings and that? I think it was. Yes, it was, because Kurt was on about 66 Mountain or whatever. So yeah, this is on the Mainline channel. Really good channel. Very detailed unboxings. Likes his 66ers. He's recently redone his layout, and he's done like little stories like this, which are really nice. He's talked about the different and showed different photos and videos of diesel and steam, and he's also done stuff like, if I can find it, he's done like Pendolinos through the years, which I really enjoy, and I also enjoy his running sessions with his wide variety of trains and his wide variety of rolling stock, and his layout is massive, which is really good. On the main line, says he's going to be doing a 100 special subscriber part 2, which I've already been doing, and some sort of wintertime train spotting. So that is you on the main line. And finally, we have Kurt. Have you set a custom channel name yet, Kurt? I don't know if you have. Just that, you know, you might want to think about doing that. Doesn't really matter, I suppose. Oh, that went well. Paste it in the right flipping search box. Oh, for Pete's sake. I don't. Is your link working, Kurt, or is it just me being silly? No, your link works. Just I didn't copy and paste all of it. And finally, this is Kurt's channel. When it loads. When it loads. When it loads. When it loads, yes, finally, there we are. So Kurt has recently gone from running trains on his bedroom floor, like I did a year ago, and he's recently switched into a shed that he has all of his trains in, hence why it's called the Model Shed. Really nice name, by the way. So Kurt does layout updates. He's been to model railway shows. He's done a mixture of trains. He's obviously been to exhibitions like this. He does live streams, and he's also done YouTube Shorts, which is what I've started doing. So a mixture of trains, shorts, you know, cars, Hot Wheels. I know Kurt's also into his Hot Wheels as well as trains. He's done train spottings as well. He's done a Great Western Railway 800. Liked that video how he was in his car, or in his parents' car. I presume he can't drive yet. And Kurt says his next video is going to be a collection tour of something. I presume by of something he's not going to be revealing what it is, whether it's trains or cars or Hot Wheels or whatever. But Kurt's channel is really good. I like his wide variety of trains in his rolling stock. His layout's really coming along. He said he's recently got a lot of track from somebody that he knows, so development is going to be happening there. And overall, I really like Kurt's running sessions and his trains, especially his Bachmann 47. And if I'm honest, I'm quite jealous of his Lima 55 as well. So that is Kurt's channel. I might have said Kurt TV instead of the Model Shed. But that's Kurt's channel. That is the Model Shed's channel. So thank you for popping that in, Kurt. I will quickly read through the rest of the comments. Last day of 2020. Yeah, messed that up. By copyright claims is I will get a copyright claim if I use your videos. So if I don't get written permission from you to say I can use this, or well, YouTube will, if I show one of your videos on my channel, then YouTube will copyright claim me and say you've used somebody else's video without permission, unless I can say no, I have a document which says Jaden that says yes, you can use this video. So I didn't want to do it in case that happened. Yes, you're doing a part 2 soon. Kurt is running out of video ideas. I will help you with that, Kurt. If you want to send me an email, I could help you with some of the ideas there. Appreciate the shout out on the main line, says. Thank you very much, mate. And Collins Engage says, thanks for the shout out as well. Thank you very much, Colin. I'm more than happy to do that. On the main line is going, I think. See you later on the main line. I'm just about to sign off as well. Mark has just joined. Thank you very much for joining, Mark. We are just about to wrap up, but still appreciate it nonetheless. You're more than welcome, Kurt. And hello, Mark. 9 viewers. I think we've hit the record. I think we've hit a new record for most viewers in a stream. I think it was 8 before. And on the main line got 9 on his first stream. So I think I have equalled on the main line's record. So 9 viewers in the stream. Thank you very much for that, everyone. A new record of viewers at once in the stream. So thank you very much. Thank you very much for saying that, Mark. I do appreciate it. And of course, it helps out on the old watch time recommendations and stuff like that. I will do your channel shout out next week, Mark, as well. It's just that my tea isn't ready now. Pretty much, and I've got to go downstairs, so I will do a channel shout out for you next week, Mark. Same here, Kurt. I think I've known your channel for about a year. We're on 247 subscribers, so we didn't get any new subscribers during the stream, and we didn't hit 250. But to be fair, that's absolutely fine. It was only sort of a bit of a laugh to see if we could get to 250, and I would have been impressed if we got to 250. But anyway, we only need 3, and we're going to try and get to 250 before the end of 2021. I think I wanted to get to between 150 and 200, so we've done really well this year. We went from 54 to 247 at the moment, so really it is astonishing the amount of support we have got this year, so that's all to thank for you lot as well. So thank you everyone for watching today's Sunday stream. It has been lovely reading all of your questions and your comments in the live chat, and thank you all for your messages and your requests, as they are the favourite part of these live streams. It is just the fact that I am live and I can talk to you and discuss things live and take your requests and have your ideas running the layout is why I enjoy these streams so much. I'll hopefully see you on Tuesday for another video, and that next video will be a how-to guide for train spotters, which includes finding trains, where to go, which platforms to go onto, and how to record and stuff like that. So that's Tuesday's video. Do remember to subscribe and like the stream if you enjoyed it, and if you could share a video or 2 of mine, someone you know, then that really does help my channel out a lot. And of course, if you would like to share my channel to somebody, then that would be most appreciated. Helps with the old YouTube recommendations, as I'm sure you've all heard about before. Thank you all once again for joining the stream. It really has been great to have you all here, and I do hope to see you all very, very soon. If not on Tuesday's main video, I'll see you next week on Sunday for another live stream. So unfortunately, as I have to say to close every Sunday stream, take care all, and bye for now. See you later.